Hello, it's Nikki and welcome to this Monday episode. If you're not subscribed and following along, I drop one of these longer versions of an episode every weekday morning. So you can just subscribe, ring the bell, and you will be notified. Today I want to talk about vision boards, and I'm probably going to talk about them in a more practical yet effective way. Just to caveat this, for a long time, many years, from being a little girl, and sometimes I was creating a vision board for myself by speaking about it. I wouldn't necessarily have made the scrapbook, but when I look back on all those boxes that I have from being a kid, I loved the cutting and the sticking process. I was always scrapbooking. I've got a couple of holidays where I'd have like the menu and the receipts and I don't know, probably like a plastic ice cream scoop that is somehow still with us. And I love a vision. I think it really focuses me. I think the act of doing it is fantastic for clarity because it makes you think about what you want. It makes you be awake in your life. And I think that is so important. But typically how this goes, and I know that I've been part of this scenario in the past. I've hosted vision boards for Topshop and working with brands over the years. And one of the things that I did when I hosted this workshop, I was facilitating it, I was helping people to do it, was I realized there needed to be another way because we need to have the bandwidth and the capacity and the options to be able to create a vision board for what we actually need and want. Meaning, when you do this and you are presented with the magazines, the pictures that somebody gives to you, you have to, if you're going to be a good workshop attendee, you have to follow their process and you have to choose from the options that they provide you with. Which means these might be the best of a bad bunch. You might be like, I don't know, there might be like what beach holiday is on your list and you're like, oh good, okay, they've got a picture of a beach in that magazine. But it's not your beach. It's not the beach that you envisage. So you end up sticking it on there and then by the end of it, it's a bit of a wasted exercise because you're not connected to the situation. And this is my first thing that I want to share with you. I knew that I needed to start from a blank page and I needed to have free reign of the options out there, which meant I moved from working, and I guess you could do this, you could print them off the internet, these pictures, but I don't have a printer. Also, I find like that too much of a hassle. So this way has really worked for me. I realized that I wanted to make a digital version of a vision board. And that meant that I could find the exact thing that I wanted to be, do, have, or feel. It would feel personal to me. It will feel connected. And I would have this document that would allow me to edit as I go. And sometimes what I find with vision boards is like once I've like properly sellotaped it in, what if I change my mind? Whereas with a digital option, you can drag and drop as and when you wish. So one of the things that I have been doing for the last few years is opening a document on Canva. And I would choose probably like a landscape, almost like a deck presentation. And I would pull across all of these little collage photos, these blank frames that I could then drag and drop. Which brings me on to point number 2. I then like to separate my vision board into categories. Now, some of you, your categories, you might have 3 categories. You might have home, work, and relationships. And that's just how you want to do it. I, however, am somebody that likes to think about lots of different things, and actually being really granular and specific helps me to work with them much more effectively. So I had, for example, health and well-being. I had one that was a relationship with my son. I had one that was a relationship with my daughter. And it was lovely doing that because then they could participate. So one of my son's goals, for example, was to go to Wagamama's more. He loves Wagamama's. And I was like, great, we can put the Wagamama logo into that. No problem at all. And it felt really personal and it felt really lovely. Instead of a whole home one, I had a kind of outline, like how do I want to feel at home? And then I began, we want to do up our bathroom. We want to change our kitchen round. I had a different page for bathroom, for kitchen. Gardening is going to be my project this year. So I've kept them all really separate in that way. So you can have as many or as few as you wish. Number 3. This allows you to get really, really specific. So I want you to find the exact picture. For example, there is this beautiful hotel that I follow in Morocco, and it's so gorgeous. And I really want to go to that specific hotel. If I just left it as, I quite fancy going to Morocco at some stage, it wouldn't be that specific. So now I've got that picture, I'm following it on Instagram all the time, I'm on their mailing list, I'm working out what kind of prices it is in order to go to that place. And it allows me to carefully curate this vision board. Number 4, I want to encourage you to be honest and expansive here. And your vision board doesn't have to be impressive to anybody else. This is about you having those feelings that you want to evoke. And sometimes that means, say on a Friday, and you have to leave to go and pick up your children at 3:00. This is just an example. Instead of getting to Friday and going, oh my gosh, right, what time is it? 2:55. I've got to finish everything by 3:05 on a Friday. And then like everything just feels a bit hurried. Maybe one of your goals is on a Friday, I finish at 1. And that 2 hours is yours to reset, to get into the weekend flow, to, I don't know, go and have a massage or whatever it might be, whatever you need it to be. So some people might be like, what, she's finishing an hour early to have a cup of tea and watch an episode of her favorite series? Does that warrant a vision board? Absolutely. Get it all on there. The big, the small. Remember, we're not doing this to impress anybody else. Number 5, I would love you to have an ongoing vision board date. And I would like you to put it in your calendar. So maybe you do your vision board date, your weekly vision board date on a Friday afternoon at 1:00. Maybe that's when you sit and you go, right, okay, how's this week been? Have I been working towards, have I been about these sorts of things? Am I in alignment with the vision that I'm wanting to create? Or have I just been busy doing the same old things and I'm not stepping into who I need to be? And so therefore, when I do my planning for next week, what needs to change? What needs to happen here? I want to also ask how you're going to track it. Are you going to maybe give yourself a score out of 10? Are you going to write down every Friday all the actions that you took that moved you in the right direction? Are you going to do your planning and you're going to write a little note so you know that you're moving towards it? It's so important that this vision board, in order for it to work for you and with you, is that you build a relationship with it. Say you're in any relationship, your mum, your child, your parent, your partner. In order for that relationship to work, it has to have reciprocity, and it has to have that sense that you're in communion all of the time or on a regular basis. You don't just say, like, I really want loads of love in my life at the beginning of the year and forget all about it. I want you to bring that vision board to the surface. Let me know how you get on.